Alrighty. Hurt myself a little bit, but alrighty. What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here for my second and final video of the night. Once again, here on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And share this video all over the internet. But most importantly, hit that bell and turn on all my notifications so you never, ever, ever miss an upload. And you know when I do a video, you get notified. So you don't like, oh, where the fuck is the video? So when you hit the bell, you get notified when I'm live or I do a video. Or well, I would do it on my phone, but I don't have much storage. So just hit the bell, and when I do a video, whether it be live or whatever, you know when it's coming up. And that's all I gotta say about that. So do it now, because I said so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Tuesday night, May the 25th, 2021, check out my last video. I went live talking about Adnan Virk getting released today. Got the old Spanish Archer. So they released him. They got rid of one of the vice presidents of digital media, I think it was, today. They got rid of a couple other people that work in the WWE offices and shit. So sucks to be them today. You know, especially still doing it, the pandemic. People are, losing jobs. Good luck getting unemployment, but it is what it is. So yeah, Adnan Virk is gone. Still don't know who's going to replace him this Monday night on Raw. I would think it's going to be Tom Stupid Idiot Phillips. But we'll see what happens as the week goes on. But that's that. Also talked about a good buddy, John Cena, betraying America. And he said that... he went on a show I think it was in China, and whatever he was, and basically made a dumbass out of himself and said that Taiwan is a country. So fans are like revolting. I mean, it is what it is, and John Cena sucks, but it is what it is. So yeah, everybody's on John Cena's case. John Cena apologized. Like, I'm sorry, it's America. Too late. Too late there, John. You fucked up big time. And God forbid if you appear on Smackdown, the first Smackdown with fans, on July 16th, oh boy. You, sir, will be booed out of that arena and never to be seen again. Just like in 2006. Because we booed your ass out of the Hammerstein ballroom. But you don't deserve to be there. Because you killed wrestling from basically 2006 all the way up to 2019. So, good job there, John. Yeah, fuck boy. But it is what it is. So I talked a lot about that. Some other things here and there. I talked a little bit about. I previewed NXT for a little bit. And basically that was it. But a quick update to the whole John Cena thing. I mean, it gets funnier and funnier every time. I look online. It is what it is. CM Punk CM Punk mocks Cena, on his Twitter saying Taiwan is a country, and then they had a picture next to him with the WWE title. Good old CM Punk. Yeah, God, I love it. He'll always bury John Cena. He'll always bury him. It's great. It's great. Phil Brooks, you are the fucking man. That's all I gotta say about that. But somebody who is not the man is JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, who came out and defended Cena because he's a real American. It is what it is. Like, oh, Cena's done over 600 Make-A-Wish grants and shit. Like, nobody who fucking cares. Great for him. He's doing he does the Make-A-Wish stuff for the kids because I love the kids, children. I love the kids, I mean, but really, you're promoting Fast 9. I mean, I think it was in China, praising the Chinese people. I mean, you're in China and then you say something stupid like that. Taiwan is a country. Really? Taiwan is not a country. I mean, Cena had a brain fart. Let's put it that way. But I mean, it was a big time brain fart, and it stunk too for him. Because now all the fans don't give two shits about him. We never did. We still don't. But if you're a John Cena fan, like, I praise Cena, it's okay. Please don't hate my hero, Cena, please. Fuck you. Fuck you little 12-year-old twerps with your John Cena dolls. Or if you're like, 12-year-old fucking kids. I mean, come on. All these John Cena fans, 12-year-old kids worshiping this fucking guy. Like, oh, it's great. Cena's great. He's the best. All the way up to a fucking 32, 33-year-old schmuck living with his parents. You know who I'm talking about. And I'll still keep talking about it. I don't want to give a fuck what you say. He's irrelevant, but I don't give a shit. It's a fuck boy. Just like John Cena and his fans. All fuck boys. So, yeah. Even that irrelevant schmuck. Too. So. They play John Cena. Ooh. All I have to say is fuck you and fuck your fans too. That's all I say. So, yeah, that's basically it for the entire John Cena saga. Man, that's all I got to say about that. And what I forgot to mention today, my condolences go out to Miss Bliss, Lexi. Alexa Bliss lost her beloved pig this morning. Ugh, sucks. It sucks losing a pet. I should know. I've lost a lot of pets in my 44 years on Earth. I lost a lot of pets, mostly dogs and cats. I lost a couple of birds, a couple of little turtles that I used to have. But losing a pet is like losing a member of the family. Which basically pets are part. You bring them in. You have them for like a year, 2, 3, 10 years. They're basically part of the part of your family. And then, when they die, it's like losing your grandmother or your grandfather, because you have them, you have them when they're like this big, and then they grow up to be this big. You get them when they're like maybe a week or two old, or, you find them on the street and you don't know how old they are. They could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. And you have them for a good 6 to 10 years. It's like having a baby. Or, like I said, a member of your family, and then they get sick, just like us. We live longer than pets because talk about dog years and cat years and shit like that. But I mean, that's what it is. I mean, it just sucks losing like a pet, and I feel for Lexi. I really do. I went on her Instagram. I went on her Twitter, gave my condolences to her. You know, gonna take a couple of days for her to get back on her feet. Losing a pig. She loves her pigs, but it's tough to lose a pet. I mean, I had 2 cats. We all remember Cookie, my white cat Cookie. It's been on my basically been on YouTube since I moved into Casa del Gilmore. And then a couple years, I think a year or 2 later, I got the wrestling cat Zuzu, who is taking a nap. So yeah, but when we lost, me and Rose, me and the missus lost Cookie, it was sad. We cried all day. And Rosa was the one, I mean, we took her to the vet. They told her, the vet told us she has a hyperthyroid, and I was like, oh great. There's no way, it was no way we could save him. No way. We didn't have the money to get surgery or anything. I mean, that's a lot of money. Vet bills are a lot. Let's be honest. It is. It sucks. But the vet, tried to help us out as best they could. We gave him new food, which really he didn't really eat, and he just he was really lethargic and getting skinny, and he would just meow like Row! He wanted to eat all the time. I mean, the same thing's almost happening to Zuzu right now. She wants to eat all the time. I get up, I go to the kitchen. Next thing I know, Zuzu's right here. Feed me. I'm like, I just fed you 5 minutes ago. So I'm thinking the same thing's happening to the zoo. I mean, to the wrestling cat, and we're trying to give her different food now. We changed to like organic cat food, some new stuff. She loves the wet food, but like we have dry food, like used to have hyperthyroid or for dry food for the thyroid. And now we're giving a little bit to Zoo every time she eats, and she'll eat a little bit of it, but mostly she doesn't. But it sucks. I mean, can't do anything. I can't take it to the vet. I have no money. Me and Rosa have no money. So basically, we're gonna let Zoo live out her life. Hopefully she doesn't die the way that Cookie did. When Rosa woke up, she went in this room, and she saw Cookie, and Cookie was not breathing, and he died instantly. That's it. So it sucks. So, and like I said, we cried all day. I mean, when Zuzu goes, I'm gonna be up a creek. I love Zuzu. I mean, I've loved her since I got her. I got her from my cousin. And yeah. Sorry. I mean, I love my cat. I love my cats. I love cats. I love dogs. I mean, they're like they lay with you. They know what you're feeling. They know when you're sick. They know this and that. I mean, they're great. Animals are great. Cats and dogs are great. I love cats. I love dogs. I've had cats, I've had dogs basically all my life. I mean, I had a couple parakeets here and there, but they died too. A couple of turtles, like when I was like in my teenage years, they died, and they don't last forever. I wish everything, people and animals live forever, but they don't. But it is what it is, and it's sad. Like I said, when Zuzu goes, I'm gonna lose it. I might lose it, man. I mean, I love Zuzu. I think we all love Zuzu. I mean, I showed her off on a lot of videos, and I don't really post a lot of pictures. I don't take a lot of pictures with Zuzu or my mom's dog. I have one picture of my mom's dog, Pomeranian. I put up on Facebook on my main page, and yeah, but most of the time I don't like take pictures of the dogs and cats and stuff like that. But I think when Zoo starts getting to the point where she's very sick, I'm gonna take a lot of pictures because I want to remember her and everything. So when she goes, it's gonna be real tough, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be lonely because when the missus goes on assignment to Florida or to Baltimore or wherever, and I'm alone, I got nobody here. I don't have nobody. I'll be by my goddamn self, just doing nothing. When I could have a dog or a cat, just play with the cat, like who's a good doggy? Who's a good doggy? Or who's a good kitty? Play with them and hang out. Just hang out, watch TV, lay on the bed. Have the cat next to you on on your belly, on your lap or whatever. But you don't have when you don't have that, you wish you had you remember all the times you had, and then you cry and everything, and But when Zuzu goes, I don't know if I'm gonna get another pet. I have no idea. I know my mom said when her dogs go, he probably won't be getting any more pets. It sucks, because old people love to have pets. Old people love to have pets, because they want to go. They want somebody to be with, because they're in unless you're in like a what you call it a home or a nursing home. You can't have pets really, anything like that. But it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna get too emotional. I don't want to cry, especially over Zuzu, because I love Zuzu, and we all do too. So I think you do too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Tuesday night, it is time for your NXT review for May the 25th, 2021, from the Capitol Wrestling Center in St. Petersburg, Florida. All right, this was a great show tonight. Last couple of weeks have been pretty damn good with NXT. They hyped all these shows. I mean, and all the stuff that was going on with the shows. It's like 2 weeks we're gonna get Finn Balor and Killer Kross for the NXT title. I mean, it's great that they promote like the next week or the next 2 weeks or whatever. It's great because now they bring they bring people in, and people that watch are like, oh yeah, we're gonna wait till next week. It's gonna be great, and people who are just tuning in or new fans, they get to tune in. It's like, oh, this is great. So WWE, Hunter and Sean, they're doing good stuff right now. Unlike unlike Vince, who gives you rematch after rematch after fucking rematch on Monday Night Raw, and sometimes on Smackdown as well. That's why Raw sucks. Smackdown's like, eh. But it is what it is. But NXT has been doing some good shit. Good shit. Not great ratings, but good matches, good shows. And I wish I got a little bit of a bump, if you will, in those ratings. But I mean, last week they did 700,000 right on the dot. Hopefully, this week is way up. Hopefully, way up. Not if they do like 750,000. I mean, that's great. 50. They got 50,000 more people than they got last week, but still not great. I think eventually they'll get back to 1 million on a Tuesday. But right now, 600,000, 630,000, 697,000 2 weeks ago, 700,000 last week. We'll find out tomorrow what the ratings are for tonight's show, and I hope they do better. So it looks like they're on the way, on the way back up. But it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. All right. So tonight, like I said, it was great show. Basically the show was the highlight of the show was for the NXT title, Fiend Balor against Killer Kross 2. That was it. That was the show. Everything else, it was okay. Nothing great, but the debut of Taya Valkyrie, Frankie Monet, blah blah blah. There's some interesting things with the new North American champion Bronson Reed. Came out of that. You had the $1 million challenge between Cameron Grimes to the moon and the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, and the way that was, oh great, oh man, that was. Besides that and the freaking main event, I loved it. That was a good segment. I mean, the whole thing with Cameron Grimes and Ted DiBiase is like peanut butter and jelly, just fits great. But now that what happened in that segment, now you're thinking what's happening next. But it is what it is. But like I said, the main thing on tonight was Balor Kross 2. And that's that. They kind of spoiled it, near the end when Regal, came on and said, next week we're going to get a #1 contenders match for the NXT title. And the winner faces the champion at In Your House 2. So they kind of spoil it. So you're like, yeah, I know, we know who's going to win this. So you knew who was going to win. And then, earlier this, a couple of days ago, Finn Balor went on Ryan Satin's podcast and said, he wants to go back to the main roster. And he wants to fight Bray Wyatt again. He wants to bring back the Demon, which I don't mind, but it is what it is. So you're hearing that, I'm like, yep, what's gonna happen. So, but there's a lot of questions coming out of tonight. There's some questions. And speaking of questions, let's get to it. We got a question in the chat right now from my good buddy Jock Rules 321. Who says, I'm wondering on what is Balor going to do next? Well, like I said, Balor, looks like Balor's going to the main roster. Because, WWE, is starting to bring up guys from NXT, guys and girls, I should say, from NXT and NXT UK. There were several people. They said several names are going to be brought up. We don't know who. So a lot of questions were being asked. Like, who's going to come? Who? You felt like the New Day. Who? Who's coming up from NXT? And the first person that came up was Eric Bugenheim. Or we saw him on Friday Night Smackdown as Rick Boogs. Playing with Shinsuke Nakamura. And helping Shinsuke to beat Baron Snoring Corbin. So that's one guy that came off from NXT, though we didn't see him much on NXT. But yeah, so he's up on SmackDown now. Probably got to see him in action on SmackDown this Friday night against Baron Corbin, most likely. So we'll see what happens with that. Corbin's probably gonna kick his ass, but so nice debut for another guy from NXT. So we got that. So that's one guy. A lot of people, there's lots of people, saying Adam Cole, baby, might be coming up. We haven't seen Adam Cole. Oh my God, in like at least 2 months, a month and a half, about 2 months almost. So I mean, we haven't seen Adam Cole since that Sports Illustrated interview that he did on NXT when he took his first appearance on NXT since that brutal match with Kyle at TakeOver Stand and Deliver. That was the last time we saw him. That interview, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know what's I'm coming back and I'm gonna get the NXT title." So, when I heard this triple threat number one contenders match, I'm like, where the fuck is Adam Cole? I'm going nuts on Twitter. What the fuck is Adam Cole? Somebody gave me had a great idea. Said Adam Cole is gonna come back next week and attack Kyle and take him out, and then he's gonna insert himself in that triple threat match, and then you're gonna see he's gonna win the triple threat match and face Killer Kross in your house. I'm like, that's a good idea, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, imagine he does come back next week. I would fucking mark out. How big of an Adam Cole mark I am. But like I said, we haven't seen him in 2 weeks. So the question, the questions go: is Adam Cole coming up to Raw or SmackDown? Now he's done everything he could in NXT right now. So, but when he was champion and when Killer Kross debuted, it was like, that, remember that whole thing where Killer Kross had the, when Scarlett came in and they had the hourglass with Cole, and I was like, yup. And then Adam Cole's on that 1 year plus streak as champ. And I was like, yup. Adam Cole, Killer Kross are going to meet, and Killer Kross is going to kick his ass, and then, that's it for Adam Cole. But Adam Cole stayed there, and then, he lost the belt. He lost the belt to Keith Lee, the man that the guy that everybody forgets now. And then, the same thing with Keith Lee. When Cole was champ, they had the hourglass, and then they did a thing with Keith Lee. They had an hourglass. So I'm like, what's gonna happen here? So we never got the match that I wanted, which was Killer Kross and Adam Cole, baby, for the NXT title. But what we got was Keith Lee and Killer Kross, which was a good match. Even though Kross won, then he had to get the belt up the next week because he separated his shoulder and he was out for a couple months. But thankfully he got it back, and now he's on a pretty monster run right now. He's about to start the monster run, but but Adam Cole could be coming up to the main roster. Io Shirai might be coming up. She's taking time off right now, but I think she's gonna stay in NXT for a little bit because she's due her rematch for the NXT Women's title. They were kind of teasing her and Frankie Monet feuding. She has a little bit of unfinished business in NXT before possibly going up to the main roster. To do what? I have no idea. Maybe pair her with Asuka. It is what it is. And speaking of Asuka, brief rant. I went on a video. I forgot what video it was. I think it was from Trap Queen, my good, our good friend Trap Queen, Brittany. I think it was her or somebody else. Doesn't matter. And they were talking about. I think it was Brittany. I think it was, and she was talking about the women, the women's division and shit. I think I guess I don't remember the video, but pretty almost confident it was Brittany that did it. Or it's Trap Queen. No, I won't go there. But we're talking about women. They were talking about the women's division and the Divas division. The Divas from the past like Trish and Lita. Blah blah blah, Molly Holly and Jacqueline, and the Divas from the Attitude Era up until a little bit of the Ruthless Aggression Era, and then bringing up people from now. I left a comment saying that the Divas back then were hot. Sunny, Sable, Chyna, to an extent Chyna, but it's what it is. But Sunny, Sable, Tori Wilson, Stacy Keibler, but I said the Divas, the Divas back then were fucking hot. Now all you got really that's hot, is Sasha Banks and Asuka, and I get fucking these fucking dweebs, these fucking WWE shills, these marks coming out saying that I'm trolling because I said Asuka's good looking, and they're saying that Asuka's 39 years old. She looks like her face looks like dough. I mean, bashing Asuka for her looks and saying I'm trolling. I mean, really? Oh, they agree with me on Sasha. She's good looking. You're great. I'll give you that. But Asuka, you're trolling. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up, man. What if I said Io was hot? You're gonna say, oh, you're trolling. Io's not hot. I mean, what's wrong with Io? Io's good looking. I'm sorry. Kairi Sane's a good-looking Asian chick. Okay? I love Asians. I love Asian chicks. I mean, who doesn't love an Asian chick? Who doesn't want to bang an Asian chick? I mean, really. Michelle Maylene, anyone? Asa Akira, anyone? Just saying. And I banged an Asian chick. I have banged an Asian chick. It was Asian and Korean, but, Asian, Korean, and black, but nice little mix there. But it is what it is. But I banged an Asian chick, so I'm happy. But these fucking trolls saying I'm trolling because I think Asuka's hot. All I have to say is shut the fuck up, dude. Like I said, I love Asian chicks. I love Asuka. I don't care if she's 39 and she's a mother. She's a mother to my dick. But, because as we all know, nobody is ready for Asuka except my dick. So all of you people who think I'm trolling, suck my dick. Fuck off. If I think Asuka's hot, that's it. That's my opinion. Asuka's hot. Kairi's hot. Io Shirai's hot. Even to an extent, Zia, whatever. Zia Lee's kind of cute. She's Chinese, But it is what it is. I don't discriminate. I love Asian chicks. I love Mexican chicks. I love Latinas. I love, I love everybody. I love all the ladies. It doesn't matter what nationality you are. Now, but I prefer Asian chicks and Latinas. But it's just me. And Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricanas. Oh, yes. Dominicanas, Colombianas. I mean, good-looking Spanish women. Just fucking... But, Asian chicks. Whew. I love you long time, daddy. Oh, love you long time. Me so horny. That's right. You love the sausage and I love the sushi. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm married to her, I'm a Mexican. She's Rose is half Mexican, half Italian, so it is what it is. We all remember Ashley Marie, my first girlfriend. She was Irish and German. Not the greatest combination, but still we got I got with her, gave me the business. I lost my virginity to her and everything else. But it is what it is. And I've dated black chicks. I dated Asian chicks, and some of them didn't work out because some of them were loopy and crazy. But it is what it is. But like I said, you think I'm trolling because he goes, I love Oscar. I don't give a fuck. My opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion, like I always say, but my opinion matters the most. And if you don't like my opinion, fuck off. That's that. All right. So getting back to that. So EO might be coming up. Adam Cole might be coming up. I was thinking Imperium, but now we saw with Imperium tonight, that might not happen. But there's a lot of people from NXT and NXT UK that could be coming up to the main roster. We just don't know who. But the big names right now are EO and Adam Cole, baby. I don't know who else can come up at this point. I really don't know. So it is what it is. And Balor's another name. So those three probably be the ones that be coming up soon. But it is what it is. I don't like the idea of Balor going back to the main roster. I don't either. But he says he wants to go back to the main roster. He wants to fight The Fiend if they ever find him. Where is Bray Wyatt? Besides at home on his ranch banging JoJo. Hi, kids. The last time we saw Bray Wyatt was on Monday Night Raw, after Randy Orton beat him at WrestleMania. We see him, he's Fred Rogers, Bray Wyatt, and he just looked different. He just sounded different. He sounded like, I'm reborn, and then that's it. We didn't see him after that. Where is he? Is he in Titus Catering? Is he hanging out with Titus making cookies? Was he making that jambalaya or whatever they make? Where is Bray Wyatt? God damn it! Not that they're gonna do anything with him, they'll probably fuck his career up even more. Because they fucked the Fiend gimmick up. They fucked Bray Wyatt tons of times. I still don't think he should have lost to Goldberg. I still don't think he should have lost to Goldberg. Of all people, he should have lost to maybe, Roman Reigns. Which he did in the second time around. Well, the third time around. I think he's a 3-time champ. 2 or 3-time champ. Whatever. But still. Him losing to Goldberg. That killed his career. That killed the gimmick. Killed the gimmick and killed his career. Because he loses to a part-time douchebag like Goldberg. Is what it is. But yeah. Balor wants to come back to the main roster. Probably put him back on Monday Night Raw, where he sucked. They just ruined him on Monday Night Raw. Gave him a meaningless Intercontinental title reign. And that was it. It just Job City. And it sucked. He was in mid-card hell. He was hanging out with Kofi. Because, Kofi's been in mid-card hell for a while, most of his career. And he finally, they finally was like, oh, we're going to give you the title. Holds it for 6 months. 6 months, and then what happens? He's basically back in mid-card hell, with the tag team titles. And now he's, back in the world title picture because they have no challengers for Bobby Lashley. It's like, okay, Kofi, we're going to take you out of the New Day for a little bit, and we're going to put you against Bobby Lashley, and maybe we'll give you the title again. Kofi Mania 2 running wild this summer. No. Probably not happening because from what I'm hearing, Drew McIntyre might be getting the belt back. Why? Because they want to have Drew McIntyre get the belt in front of fans, so the fans go, yeah, Drew McIntyre! So yeah, probably not at Hell in a Cell, but, either at Money in the Bank or at SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre is getting that belt back for the 4th goddamn time. And who's next in line to face Drew? Anyone? Bueller? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? It's going to be Finn Balor? They're going to bring up Finn Balor, Or what they're probably going to do is going to be like, well, remember when Jinder Mahal came back a couple weeks ago? And we haven't seen him since? They'll be idiots. WWE's stupid, right? Jinder My Balls will get a title shot against Drew McIntyre. They'll start that little feud. Jinder My Balls will get the belt for the 2nd time. And you know how bad of a champion he was for 6 months. Thankfully, AJ beat him. But God forbid, Drew wins the belt again, and then Jinder Mahal's the next one in line, and he wins, and then who's next? Who's next? Wait, who's next? But like I said, Bobby Lashley's going to hold the belt probably to July or August, lose the belt to probably Drew McIntyre, because WWE and Vince, they want Drew McIntyre to get the belt in front of fans so they get that big pop, which is probably not going to be a big pop. And then who's next in line? We're going to get the same revolving door? Give me somebody new, please. Well, here's an idea. Oh, well, Keith Lee's on the sidelines. Here's an idea, Vince. Why don't you get Keith Lee to get off his ass? Or why don't you get off your asses, get Keith Lee back, put him against Drew McIntyre at the September or October pay-per-view. That's fresh. It's new. Keith Lee wins the belt. New. Might not get ratings, but it's new. It's fresh. I'm tired of seeing the same fucking person with the title all the fucking time. Same thing for the women. I mean, Horseface Charlotte's going to get that goddamn belt back. Probably from Rhea. Not at Hell in a Cell, but, probably by the end of the year. Which after Rhea gets done with Horseface Charlotte, I mean, what's next for her? Here's an idea. Get Shayna out of that fucking tag team with Michael Jax. Put Shayna against Rhea. Probably a good match. Rhea will probably beat her. Maybe. I don't know. But at least Shayna Baszler will, get a fucking title shot. She should be champion, but, multiple times over. But, WWE fucked her career up. But yeah, Rhea and Shayna would be good. Or even better, Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss as Miss, the Dark Bliss. With Lily. That gonna happen? Probably not. Probably not anytime soon. Because knowing Vince and knowing Bruce, guess who's waiting in the wings? That pink-haired bitch. You know what I'm talking about. The pink-haired bitch that Botch is all on. The one who's, is doing those stupid vignettes. Think she's Emelina. You know what I'm talking about. Eva fucking Marie. You know Vince wants to give her the belt. Because Vince doesn't care about the fans. He just wants to piss us off even more. So he'll give a dumb fucking fake titty bitch like Eva Marie the belt. Because we're not getting Becky back anytime soon. Well, God forbid you bring Io up, who shouldn't really be there, but at least Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley will bring that in the house instead of Rhea Ripley and Eva Marie, which will suck. Like I said, that pink-haired bitch wins that belt. I think everybody would go on a bridge and fucking kill themselves. God forbid. God forbid. You know what's gonna happen. This WWE's stupid. That. They don't care. Vince doesn't give a shit about his company. Why do you think the ratings are so shitty for Monday Night Raw? Bad creative being bad, like Jericho says, or like I say, creative is uncreative about being creative. Booking the same fucking matches every fucking week. That's what Vince is going to be doing until the fans come back in July. Rematch after rematch after rematch on Raw and on pay-per-views until Money in the Bank. All these WWE marks, get mad when real wrestling fans like this guy, tell you that your company, the company that you worship, sucks fucking cock. Oh, don't say that. Randy Orton's great. Yeah, Randy Orton is great, but what's he doing right now? In a fucking tag team with Matt Riddle. And they're gonna get the tag team belts, right? Not that's gonna matter. Because Randy wants to kill fucking Matt Riddle for what he did on last night. Using the fucking RKO. He was pissed backstage. I don't blame him. I don't blame him, even though Randy's using my move. But it's what it is. It's a Gilmore cutter. It's not the RKO. It's not the Diamond cutter. It's the goddamn Gilmore cutter. It is what it is. And that's that. But like I said, these WWE marks like, stop hating on WWE. AEW sucks. Kenny Omega's garbage. Roman Reigns is the best heel in the business. I'll be honest. Let me be honest, right, with you. Roman and Kenny Omega are the best things that are happening in fucking wrestling right now. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I mean, who else is better than Roman and Kenny right now? Who? Who else is better? I mean, come on. Somebody come in the chat and say something. Who's better right now? Who's better than Roman and Kenny right now? Will Osprey? No. Will Osprey gave up his goddamn belt because Bea Priestley said, fuck you. And freaking Osprey, he dropped the belt he gave up the belt because of a neck injury, which we don't know if it's true or not. But I can tell you, he's pissed. He's unhappy. He's crying up a storm in fucking Japan because his girlfriend left him and she went to WWE. She went to NXT UK. Sucks. That's why he gave up the belt. Not because he had a neck injury, because I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it. And they're saying there's a Gaijin, what's it called? A Gaijin warfare coming up now. Everybody fucking hates fucking Osprey right now. Now the IWGP belt is vacant. Don't know who's going to win it at this point. Shingo might win it. I'd give it to Shingo. I mean, fucking went 45 minutes with Osprey and this close to beating him. So, why don't you give it to Shingo? I don't know what they're going to do with it. I mean, they have an event called Wrestling Grand Slam coming up. So I would think they're going to give it to Shingo. Or maybe have what they wrote. There was a rumor that Shingo was going to face Okada. And, oh, God, if Okada gets the belt again. I mean, how many times do you want to see Okada with a goddamn belt holding it hostage for 2 years? Why don't you just give it to Jay White? Don't give it to Ibushi. Oh, we know what happened with that. Oh, if Ibushi gets it, you know who's waiting. You know who's waiting? Kenny. Excuse me one second. I'm talking so much, I'm freaking losing my voice. But I'm passionate. This is how passionate I am about the fucking world, the sport of professional wrestling, not sports entertainment. Fuck that shit. Suck my dick if you think wrestling is sports entertainment. Okay? I grew up in the 80s, when wrestling was big time. World Class Championship Wrestling, the AWA on ESPN, the NWA, the early, before it became the WWE, the WWF with Hulk Hogan, brother, and Macho Man Randy Savage, ooh, yeah. And then later on in the late 80s, you still had the NWA, then turned into WCW. Was it sports entertainment back in the 80s and early 90s? No way. No way. But Vince made it sports entertainment with the Attitude Era. That's where sports entertainment came from. That's what it's been. Everybody thinks it is right now. From like 96, 97, up to now. But some wrestlers, you talk to some wrestlers, they think it's like, oh, it's entertainment, but we think it's a sport. Ex Shane Douglas, that one. Go ex Shane Douglas. When he cut that promo, when he won the ECW title, he was like, this is going to my dad. This is for the sport of professional wrestling. He said it himself in that promo. He said, wrestling is a sport. And I believe him. And if you don't like it, well, as Shane Douglas would say, you could suck my ass. It is what it is. Moving along. All right, let's get to this review and let's get the hell out of here. Jock Rules 321. All the names you just mentioned should stay far away from the main roster and just stay on the A show. Because that's what NXT is, the A show. I agree. I totally agree. Because as we all know, when you go to the main roster, you get, you say, hi, Vince. And Vince's like, Hi, how you doing? You know, we're gonna push you, and then the next thing you know, you see the shovel in the background. Not Triple H's shovel, Vince's shovel. Vince and Bruce's shovel, and the creative team's shovel. Just like what they did with Keith Lee and Aleister Black, even though now he's got a supposed second chance. I still want to know what this gimmick's gonna be. You know, now he's in a feud with Big E. I think it's gonna be a pretty good one. But you know, all the other people have come up from NXT. Shayna. I mean, Kyrie had a glimmer of hope. You know, the women's tag title run she had with Asuka, and then Nia Jax fucked her up. You know, I still don't understand why they put Kyrie with Nia Jax, knowing Nia's a botch machine. Not only injured her once, she injured her twice. It's like, oh, if it ain't broke, let's do it again. And that's why Kyrie's gone from WWE. That's why she retired. Well, she's an ambassador now in Japan. She's like, she'll come back. I don't know when, but, you know, ain't gonna be anytime soon, though. That's why, you know, like Jock Bruce said, and I keep saying this, don't come up to the main roster because you will get killed, you'll get buried, like Keith Lee and Ricochet, and among others. You'll get buried by Vince. The creative team will do nothing for you. All the time you had in NXT, you were a big star for 2-3 years, or maybe 4 years. Down the drain. Your career is bye-bye. So stay in NXT for as long as you can. Because when you go to the main roster, goodbye. And that's why you know, I fear for Adam Cole. I fear for Io. You know, and then later on, when Raquel Gonzalez goes up, when Dakota Kai goes up, when Ciampa, Thatcher, Gargano go up. Even if, you know, Ember goes back up, you know, they're going to ruin her again. Shotzi, if she goes up, they're going to ruin her. God forbid Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell go up. They're going to ruin them. Anybody that's good now, or has been good, when they're going to go to the main roster, good night. Just hand in your resignation. I would hand in my resignation. I'm not going to the main roster. You know, you hear Hunter and Sean like, you did so good. We molded you. You're a star. Ugh. We're going to give you to Vince. And then Vince is like, I'm going to make you a star. You're going to make you a lot of money. And if you don't like it, you're fired. You know what I would say? Fuck you. Like, I ain't taking your shit. Shut the fuck up, Vince. I'm staying at NXT. I'm staying with Paul, and I'm staying with Sean. Because they know how to fucking run a company. You do not know how to fucking run a company, you 75-year-old fucking bastard. Fuck you. I'd rather stay in NXT, or I'll take my talents to AEW, Impact, Ring of Honor, or Japan. I ain't coming up to the main roster. Because I am not getting buried like you did to Keith Lee, to Ricochet, to Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and anybody else who came up to NXT. Okay? Clip that. Clip that. Send that fucking clip to Vince. I'd love to hear what he has to say. Or send it to Paul, send it to Hunter, send it to Shawn Michaels. Or anybody in the WWE, clip what I just said. Send it to them. Because it's true. It's fucking true. You know, like fucking Kurt Angle. It's goddamn true. Okay? It's it. That's my rant. That is my fucking rant. I'm sick and tired of this fucking company. I'm sick and tired of Vince McMahon. Because he kills everything. Just like John Cena killed wrestling from 2006 to 2019. And now he's gone. We all thought that wrestling, the WWE is going to be back on the upswing. Nope. Nope. No, minus the pandemic. Minus that. That just has nothing to do with it. The pandemic has nothing to do with how the WWE has been for the last 15 years. Ever since the PG era started, the WWE has gone down faster than the Titanic. Oh, it had a couple good years here and there. 2011, with Punk, when the summer of Punk, that was the best thing in 2011. Maybe 2014, 2015, maybe a little bit of 2016. It was okay, nothing great, but decent years. But ever since 2016, in my eyes, I mean, look at the state of Raw. It's the worst show on fucking television. They went from getting a 7 back in the Attitude Era, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8. And this is 2021 we're talking about right now. It's not like it was in 97 or 98. Almost 25 years later, they're getting a goddamn 1.7. With times they have a change, if you know what I mean. Any company, same, Smackdown, same thing. Now, not on a major network, they're actually getting 2.5. It's okay. Not getting like back in the Attitude Era when Rock was and Taker were on that fucking show. They were getting like 2s and 3s, maybe some. I think 4, maybe close to 5. But when they got off Channel 9, they went to back to the USA Network. They sucked. The ratings started going down. You saw it. And then they went to Sci-Fi. Nothing great on Sci-Fi. Back to the USA Network for a while. Ratings weren't that good. And now they're on a major network like Fox. 2.5 is not bad. Now, it could be better, but, But the state of wrestling in 2021, it is what it is. That's why people, I hate to agree with people, but, I have to, because I'm a wrestling fan. Wrestling it hasn't been good for years. It's changed. Time you have to as the great poet, Diamond David Lee Roth, Diamond David Lee Roth sang, "You gotta roll with the punches to get to what's real." Right now, what's real is wrestling. People say wrestling's gotten stale. To an extent, yes. To an extent, yeah. I mean, Ring of Honor is not the same company we know and love from the old days. With Bryan Danielson and Joe and Punk and Homicide, and even with Adam Cole, Bebe, and Kevin Steen and Generico, the Bucks, Cody, the Bullet Club. Oh yeah, and that guy named Kenny was in Ring of Honor too, back in 2008. Young Kenny Omega, not the God Kenny Omega. Man, I would have loved for Kenny to come in the Ring of Honor. When the Bullet Club was so fucking hot. When Kenny, joined the Bullet Club. I mean, and he had, with Cody, with Adam Cole. and Hangman Adam Page, and more, you know, to an extent, Marty. I remember, like, I think it was 2016. I think it was Final Battle 2016, I believe. I think it was 2016. I could be wrong. 2016, 2017, when the lights go out and freaking you see, you know, was it? No, was it? No, was it? I thought it was Final Battle, but I'm thinking not Final Battle. It was I think War of the Worlds. I think it was. I forget what pay-per-view it was, but the lights go out. Adam Cole's in the ring with the Bucks, and then the lights go out. Everybody's going nuts, like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And then Kenny comes up on the screen. Everybody's going nuts again. Kenny Omega! And then, you know, he's like, a hero always needs a villain. And then Marty Scurll comes in to join the Bullet Club. And then he goes to, you know, he's in the ring. And basically, they kicked out Adam Cole from the Bullet Club that night. You know, Adam Cole was leaving the company anyway. I thought, I swear to God, when I saw fucking Kenny on the screen, I thought he was actually in the building. I was just waiting for him to come out. The fucking roof, the Hammerstein Ballroom would have just exploded if he was in there. And Ring of Honor would just would have skyrocketed. But I mean, still was. I mean, after Adam Cole left, after the Bucks left, after even Eddie Edwards and David Richards, who's now back. David Richards came back to wrestling. I guess that career as an EMT didn't work out. It is what it is. But yeah, after they left, after the Bucks left, after Cody left, Ring of Honor was a different company from like after that. Still had stars. You still had Jay Lethal. You still had the Briscoes, brothers. But like the last few years for Ring of Honor, they've made stars. They still have good stars. They still have a lot of good up and coming stars. Like Roosh, like Bandito, you still have the Briscoes have been there since day one. Ring of Honor is not the same company, I grew up on, but I still support them. Same thing with Impact. Impact's, almost it's gonna be 20 years old this summer for Slammiversary. 20 fucking years old. And we all thought Impact was gonna die. It was gonna fold. Yeah, they're still around. Not the same company, but still. But now that forbidden door opened up. Kenny's the champ now. We didn't think that was ever gonna happen. We didn't think we were gonna see Gallows and Anderson of all teams, on Impact. Or Finn Juice. And I think they're supposed to have somebody on, I think, this week. I forget who it was. I think it was can't think of his name. He's from Japan. He's in New Japan. So they're gonna have another guy on, I think this week. I think it's Sugima. I forget what his name is, but yeah, he's gonna be on Impact this week. Never thought guys from New Japan would be coming. You're not gonna see Okada, of course. You're not gonna see Ibushi. Well, guys like that. I mean, look at AEW. You got, Moxley's the IWGP champ. You didn't think that was ever going to be defended again in the United States or on a major show like AEW. I never thought that we would see freaking Yuji Nagata in the United States. again, besides, his time in WCW. But now that Forbidden Door is open, it's not fully open, but, it's open. It's only a matter of time before, God forbid, you see, you turn on AEW, next thing you know, it's like, holy shit, is that Jay White? Holy shit, is that Tanahashi? Is that Naito? You turn on AEW, you turn on, Impact, you see one of those guys from Japan. People are going to be like, I'm tuning in. Or, the dirt sheets spoil it. Like, tune in to Impact. We're gonna, Okada's going to be on Impact this week. What? I'm going to watch that. I'm not watching Raw. I'm not going to watch, AEW. I'm going to watch Impact. Because I got to see Okada. Or, they announce on AEW that, Okada's going to be on fucking, main eventing against Kenny or something like that. Don't imagine that. Kenny Omega and Okada again, but this time in AEW in the United States. I can imagine. Imagine that the rating for that show. If it's not, if it's not pay-per-view, if it was on Dynamite, they'd probably pop at least 1.4, maybe more than 1.4. I can tell you that because everybody's got to see that match. Everybody would want to see Okada and Kenny or Tanahashi or Jay White or the Guerrillas of Destiny. Not everybody from the Bullet Club, but the Guerrillas of Destiny. Jeff Cobb, Tanahashi, Okada, Ibushi, Naito, Shingo. What I would love is fucking Minoru Suzuki to come to AEW. That crazy fuck. I would love that. On Dynamite. Pay-per-view, I'll be okay with too, but, Dynamite would be ultimate. Minoru Suzuki against Moxley. Sign me up. You bring anybody from Los Ingobernables de Japón there. Bushi, Sanada, Evil. Or, Hiromu Takahashi. Zack Sabre Jr. could come to AEW or Impact. Taichi, hopefully, if Taichi comes, hopefully they bring, that hot piece of ass, Mio Abe. We haven't seen him, God knows how long. What the fuck is she? Besides my bedroom, where's Mio? Even better, where's Pieter? Besides my bedroom. We haven't seen him on a New Japan show in a while. Because Japan's still, dealing, now really dealing with this fucking virus again. But I digress. That's that. All right. That's that. MJF got to be up there with Omega and Kenny. Yeah. I put them up there too. Probably the top 3 heels right now. MJF, Kenny, and Roman. Because I would say Jericho, but Jericho's a face right now. That's it. That's the top 3 heels in wrestling right now. So I gotta put. I forgot about MJF, but I gotta put him up there too. Okay. Vince ruined. Yes, Vince ruined wrestling. He did. Vince ruined Shinsuke fucking Nakamura. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And now he's in a fucking boring as fuck feud with Baron Corbin. Well, at least he beat him. Well, they buried him like 2 weeks ago, and then he hits him with the knee to the face. He takes his crown, and then Corbin's pissed. He wants his crown back. Next thing you know, you have a surprise in Eric Bugenheim, and freaking Shinsuke wins again. Oh, he's on a win streak. But you're not gonna bury him again. You're not gonna make him go against Roman, or like if he goes against Roman, you know what's gonna happen. They're not gonna give him the belt. They should have done that 3 years ago, 3 years ago, at WrestleMania. Remember when Asuka and when Asuka won the Women's Royal Rumble and Shinsuke won the Men's Rumble? They went to WrestleMania to fight the champions. Shinsuke was facing. Who's Shinsuke face? AJ. Shinsuke should have won the goddamn belt that night. But what happens? AJ wins. And then they had a series of matches where Shinsuke's hitting AJ in the nuts. He's getting disqualified. Then they have a no disqualification match and fucking Shinsuke loses. And his career in WWE just went downhill. Oh, sure. Intercontinental title reign, United States title reign, tag team titles. All fine and dandy, but you're still in mid-card hell. And then he gets beat up by Roman. We don't think like, oh, he's gonna get a match with Roman. Nope. Didn't get that. Now it's too late. Shinsuke versus Roman. It's fresh, it's new, but you know what's gonna happen? The same fucking result. Shinsuke is gonna get buried by fucking Roman. And probably go back to mid-card hell or go to Titus Catering. And what he should do is just leave the company, go back to Japan, and retire in Japan. Go back to New Japan, maybe get the world title back, because there's no Intercontinental title anymore. Go back to Japan, go back to New Japan, make a grand return, finish his career, get the world title. That's it. Same thing for Asuka. I'm sorry. Asuka's done so much, and they just fucking bury her. As soon as she lost the horseface Charlotte at WrestleMania 32, that was it. I was like, that's it. They killed it. They killed her. Vince and company killed her, making her lose the horseface. When she was undefeated for over 900 goddamn days. And she loses at WrestleMania to horseface Charlotte. When she should have lost to maybe someone like Becky. Or maybe, I'm going on a limb, say Sasha. Or they could have built her up to like be a monster fucking, she wouldn't be beat for like 2-3 years. Bring in Ronda Rousey. Ronda could have beat her. I would have been okay with that. But not fucking horseface Charlotte. That's what killed Asuka's career. Besides the the title reign she had, the tag title with Kyrie and everything, that was all nice and dandy, blah, blah, blah. The Smackdown women's title she barely held. The Raw women's title she's held. This run she had, it was good, but still. She should have held that belt for longer than she had it. I think she lost to Sasha. She got it back from Sasha. And after that, she held a belt for a while. And nobody could beat her. I was like, oh, great. We're going to get another one, at least a year run with Asuka. This is going to be great. And then they have to bring up somebody from NXT, and the biggest thing there was Rhea Ripley at the time. Or Bianca. Or they could have just, have her and Shayna go at it. Those matches would have been good. And I would have been okay with Shayna winning. I would have been okay with, Bianca beating Asuka, or Rhea Ripley beating Asuka, even though she did eventually, WrestleMania. I think this run she just had, I think, was the best she had. And all the time she was Raw Women's Champion. Forget about the NXT one was great, 500 and some odd days. The one she just had right now, I think, was the best in her time in WWE from 2015 up to now. This was the best. And her losing to Rhea, I'm okay with. Rhea was fucking, a star. She still is. She was the hottest thing in NXT. So, her losing the Rhea, and then the rematches, she loses twice. And after that, she lost twice. It's okay she lost twice, but, because they want Rhea to be a monster champion. But thankfully, she didn't lose to the Horseface again. Thank God. She lost on last night to Horseface. I was like, fuck this. Go back to just go back to Japan, please. Just hand in your fucking contract, hand in your resignation. Tell Vince, I'm done. Go back to Japan, be an ambassador with Kyrie. Maybe have some matches. You still got some matches left at least. Go to Joshi, go to Stardom, or whatever in Japan. Kick some ass, then retire. Because she's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Not anytime soon, but she's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know about Shinsuke, but Asuka, yeah, definitely Hall of Famer. But that's that. All right, we're gonna get briefly into NXT in just a minute. I promise. It's almost an hour and a half. I haven't even talked about the show yet, but I had a lot to say. And if you don't like it, kiss my ass. Imagine if Hunter and HBK somehow made a deal with Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan, and AEW and pulled an invasion angle with NXT. That would be interesting. That would be something. Hunter and HBK take the stars of NXT, like Adam Cole, baby, like Killer Cross and Ciampa Thatcher, Raquel Gonzalez, Io, and invaded what? Raw? You talk about Raw and SmackDown, or invading like Impact or Ring of Honor? I don't understand that comment. But I would, if they made a deal with Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan, and AEW, all those people came over to Raw and SmackDown. That would be great, but an NXT invasion to one of those companies, okay, yeah. I think I get your comment. I think I'm getting it, but that would be good for wrestling. NXT going up against Impact, they'll kill Impact. Probably kill Ring of Honor too, the way that Ring of Honor is now. But with NXT against New Japan, they'll get destroyed. They will get destroyed. The men I'm talking about, the women in Japan, I think they can hold up, but still, I think the women roster in NXT is might be a little bit better than the women in Japan at the moment right now. But NXT, invading AEW, the women's roster would get destroyed. Good matches, Britt Baker, DMD, baby. And Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb, Hikaru Shida. I would love to see that. Raquel Gonzalez against Hikaru Shida. Or Raquel Gonzalez against Nyla Rose. Oh, boy. I think AEW's women's roster is way better than the NXT roster, just by a smidge, maybe. There's people like Vic Joseph saying we got the greatest women's roster ever. Beth Phoenix is praising up the wazoo. Here's what it is. Made a deal with Impact, Ring of Honor, Impact. We would say Impact twice. Made a deal with Impact, Ring of Honor, and AEW. Okay, yeah, that'd probably be great. That would be pretty awesome to see. All right. We're gonna briefly run down the show. Just gonna briefly talk about these matches, what happened, and then we're getting out of here. Say about that. All right, so we start the show with recap of the Killer Cross Finn Balor feud. They got the Prime Target segment, with Heyman talking about the match, stuff like that. And then stupid bug. We had Wade about it. Beth fucking Phoenix and Vic Joseph breaking down the show. Blah blah blah. We start off with match number 1: Shotzi Blackheart and Ember taking on Dakota Gonzalez. The winner will get pushed to a possible women's tag team title match with Hartwell. I would look for Raquel and Dakota to win, but it looks like they're having problems, so sucks. Ember goes. Raquel broke it up. She goes for a single-handed powerbomb, but Ember counters with a modified Eclipse, and then Shotzi and Ember hit Dakota with a double team move. I don't know what it was, but still, they get the win. So it looks like they're on a collision course with Ember, with Candice and Indy. And they probably win the belts right back for the second time. And that's that. Afterwards, Raquel goes nuts, beats the living shit out of Shotzi. So that's it. Raquel Gonzalez was a beast after this match. Fucked Shotzi Blackheart up. And we're going to get Shotzi in going against Raquel maybe for the title next week, or maybe in your house at the pay-per-view. But we'll see. That's that. We got Ciampa and Thatcher backstage talking about that there's going to be a round with the grizzled young veterans. And there's going to be a round 3. Ciampa walks off. I can't wait to break your limbs, and then Ciampa comes back and he just stares in the camera. So yeah, we're probably gonna get round 3 with Ciampa and Thatcher and the grizzled young veterans, just to bury Drake and Gibson even more. But it is what it is. and that's it. So 2.25 out of 5 stars. Gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. After that, we got a promo for Bobby Fish and Pete fucking Dunne. And then we get to that match. We see Finn Balor arrive to the arena. It's all nice. Then we get the match number 2, Pete fucking Dunne against Bobby Fish. And Bobby Fish's return match from injury. Only Lorca was at ringside. Match was okay. It wasn't great. Both men are down. Dunne locks in an arm lock, but Fish rolls through, works into an armbar of his own. Then Pete Dunne rolled through. Then he hits a back soup to a TKO for the pin for the win. I think he hit I think that's what it's. I don't know why they're not calling on NXT unless I missed it. Yeah, but surprise! I thought Bobby Fish was going to win this match. His winning streak and showing NXT that he is, the best tactical wrestler in NXT right now. And that's that. So Pete Dunne wins. Match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Oney Lorcan attacks Bobby Fish, throws him into the turnbuckle tricep first, and then he kind of locks him. He pulls back the ring skirt, and traps his tricep in there, and then he just steps on his train. Referees are coming out to stop it, and then Pete goes back to beat him up, to kick him right in the shoulder, right in the freaking arm, and then we see Bobby Fish. So it looks like we're gonna get probably next week or maybe soon. I don't know, but yeah, I was like, and I'm thinking like he's getting beat up. I'm like, where the fuck is Kyle O'Reilly? They had that stare down and that little kind of almost Red Dragon reunion last week, and Kyle's like, I'm doing my own thing, and Bobby's like, I'm gonna do my own thing. I was like, oh, fuck that shit. I mean, Kyle, why don't you just come out and help him? But I guess they're going with this cool Kyle gimmick, and now he gets he's in the number 1 contenders match next week. It is what it is. So, but I do see Red Dragon coming back. I do see him coming back, reforming, going after the tag titles. Whoever wins them from MSK at this point. And I would love for the Undisputed Era to come back, to reform. I know Adam Cole hates Kyle O'Reilly right now, but I would love for the Undisputed Era to reform and then all of them come up to the main roster. But looks like Adam Cole is just going to come up to the main roster soon and probably get buried. And that's going to piss me off. Same thing with Io. They're going to ruin her. They're going to ruin Adam Cole. My anger for this fucking company will continue. And that's that. All right, so like I gave that 2.25 out of 5. I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, then we get a recap of the entire Cameron Grimes Ted DiBiase storyline. We get that. And then we get a promo for Martinez. She's like last week she got beat, but she learned from it, and now she's on the road back to get a title shot. And then so she walks off screen, and then we see Boa, part of Tiencha, looking at her. I'm like, what the fuck is Boa looking at her for? I'll get to that in a minute. But first, we get a promo from Hit Row, and basically saying they want the gold. Isaiah Swerve Scott says all eyes on the main event. He can't wait to face Killer Cross or Finn Balor, take him off the hit list. Blah blah blah. And then damn it, my fucking computer fucked up. God damn it. I can never fucking finish something on time. Top Dollar says, here we go. Top Dollar says, him and Ashanti, the Adonis. And then Ashanti says that Kushita's time is up with the Cruiserweight belt. And then Swerve says, Bronson Reed might be colossal, but what's Godzilla to King Kong? And it's like, if you don't know, now you know. So Hit Rose covers from some gold, motherfuckers. And that's it. I like Hit. You know, it's what it is. Kind of reminds me of back in the 90s with Doe. You know, with Tupac and Dog, Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Drizzy. Back in the 90s. That's the good times with gangster rap, you know, them going East Coast versus the West Coast, and how that ended with Tupac dying and then Biggie dying. Oh. I still think freaking Biggie got killed by Mercedes Martinez and Zeta Ramir. Squash match here. Zeta got a little bit of moves in, but in the end, Mercedes hits the air raid crash 1-2, gets the win. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. That's that. After the match, the lights go out. They come back on, and we get red lights. The ring is filled with smoke, and then we see the logo for Tiencha appear on the Tron. And then the lights go back out. Then they come back on again, and then we see Mercedes Martinez look at her hand, and she got marked by Tiencha. So she's like, "Oh shit!" So it looks like we're getting maybe Xia Li and Mercedes Martinez in a feud, or God forbid, lady, I forgot what her name is, but yeah, probably get her and Mercedes Martinez to go at it. That's that. So I gave the Aftermath 2 out of 5 stars with that. All right, there we see Ted DiBiase backstage talk with Toni Storm, telling her she's $1 million. Yeah, her ass is $1 million. It is what it is. Then he walks off, starts throwing money at the Robert Stone brand. You know, Aaliyah and Jesse come in like, "Oh, me!" Because, you know, bitches love money. And Robert Stone's like, "What the fuck?" But bitches love money. So that was kind of cool. Then we see Killer Kross preparing for his match. Scarlett serves as his motivational expert on the Tron. That was kind of cool. All right, then we get to the $1 million face-off between Ted DiBiase and Cameron Grimes. This was funny as fuck. So Cameron's like, why are you doing this to me? You know, I wasn't, you know, I was always rich, but, you know, I looked up to you and stuff like that, you know, when but when I became rich, I started flaunting it a bit, you know, and then you came in to embarrass me. I looked up to you and saw that with money, I could treat people horribly like you did back in the late 80s, early 90s. Kick a kid's basketball away, you know, stuff like that. Then he says, you know, never meet idols. So DiBiase says they have a lot in common. He says, you know, I like you, you know, I see a bright future for you. I see a little bit of myself in you. And he's before the one individual who embodies everything that the $1 million man looks for. It's not all about money or humiliating people with it. It's about performance in the ring. And he says Cameron has it since she lost focus, and he has to regain his focus. And then out of nowhere, we get Trick coming out, and he sees Ted DiBiase, you know, his $1 million legacy. He says $1 million opportunity. He says the surge is off. You know, I'm your guy and everything. Cameron's like, you know, get out of here, you nickel and dimer. You know, this is between two millionaires. Blah blah blah. But Ted's like, let me hear this out. Let me hear him out. Blah blah blah. He wants to take the $1 million legacy to new heights. And DiBiase's praising him, says, you know, you have a lot of success. You know, you could, you know, you even have a shot at being a megastar on NXT. Some of that. But he's no Cameron Grimes. Oh, actually, Cameron says, you know, interrupts and says, Says, you might be Jack, but you're no Cameron. Me and Ted. So get out of my ring, or you're gonna get your ass kicked to the moon. And then Eli attacks him when Cameron's back, turns his back. So DiBiase leaves the ring, and then Ted stands over Cameron and says, "Kid, when are you gonna learn? You're not getting it. When are you gonna learn?" Then he leaves the ring, and he leaves with LA Knight. So I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna be good. Eli Drake and Ted DiBiase, kind of like, maybe he'll be the ringmaster, because they might be bringing back the $1 million belt. I'll imagine Eli with that belt. Oh, but it looks like we're gonna Eli Drake and Cameron Grimes little match coming up soon. That's some good stuff. This was a good segment. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Great. Just with Ted and freaking Cameron just work off each other so well, and then you add in a great talker like Eli. Money right there. It was just money. I'm very interested in this. I gotta see what's gonna happen next. Just awesome stuff. 3.5 out of 5 stars. All right. After that, we got Mackenzie Mitchell trying to interview Indy Hartwell. She's going berserk. She's like, I can't. Where's Dexter? Where's Dexter? Where's Dexter? And then she walks in on Everybody's Rules and recording their show. And then which turns into a fight. Like the guy that got knocked out by Raquel Gonzalez last week. I forget what his name is, but he's like, you want to go? You want to take a swing at me? And then Drake Maverick, of all people, has to be the voice of reason. He's like, you really want to know where Dexter is? Points her to her room, a dark room, turn light, and we see a whole bunch of weird pictures. We've basically he's revealing that he heard her call him a loser. We see like him, getting stabbed in the heart. Oh, so she's like, shit. She's pissed and she runs off. True love. Love was Def Leppard saying, love bites. Well, Judas Priest saying that too, but love bites. Or our good friend Lizzie Hale saying, love bites, and so do I. I love Lizzie Hale. Lizzie Hale's one hot chick. Not as hot as Maria Brink and Ash Costello, but she's pretty goddamn hot. It is what it is. And I've seen seen Lizzie Hale live, and she can sing her ass off and play a good mean twanger. That's what I gotta say about that. So I got 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, Taya Valkyrie's debut. She takes on Corey Jade. And we find out that her Frankie's robe is like 35,000 euros. She comes out. She beats Corey Jade up. She hits Road to Valhalla. 1, 2, 3. Pretty impressive debut by Taya Valkyrie. Johnny Knight. John's going, that's right there. That's some good drip. It is pretty decent debut for Taya. And I gave that 0.5 out of Beth fucking Phoenix like, oh, that move looks familiar. So I went on Twitter and I said, yeah, Beth, it does look familiar to you, shouldn't it? But Taya does it way better than you. Thank you very much. For all the people who joined me on Twitter tonight, I love you all. Thank you very much for that. Thank you so much. And promo from the grizzled young veterans talking about Ciampa on Thatcher, saying nothing personal, but we're done with you. You know, we put you in your place. Have anything to do with you. Is it? We're done with you. We're focused on MSK right now. We want to be the leaders of the tag team division. And so they're the grizzled young veterans and soon to be recognized as the NXT Tag Team Champions. Haven't we heard that before over the last couple of years that they've been in NXT? But every time they get a goddamn title shot, they lose. I feel like I'm reliving Enzo and Cass right now. When they were so hot in NXT, every time they got a title shot, nope. Not going to give you the belts. So, thanks for coming. So, yeah, they're not, I want, as much as I want them to get the belts, they're not going to get them. At this point, I don't see them. I don't see them getting those belts. I just don't. But I give that 2.25 out of 5. So all right, then we get a recap of like last week and what's been happening, the media articles and stuff. So we're going to hear from him in a minute. But first, we get a vignette from Imperium. Basically, Walter's telling Marcel Barthel and Fabian Aichner that they have that they should take out Breezango and get back to what, you know, being the tag team champion. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, then we get to Bronson Reed and, you know, his little title celebration. He's in a suit. That's nice. It says it's been 14 years to get here, and it wasn't an easy road. Blah blah blah. He had a lot of doubters who told him anyone to give you permission. He says that the NXT colossal mountain climb to get the belt. And after that, the Golden Santos Escobar. Escobar say, like, I'm the king of Lucha Libre, and the North American title is coming home to Mexico. And then Joaquin Wild was like, Canada. And said, fuck Canada. You know, that was funny. Basically, you know, he says, you know, so they surround the champ, and then MSK comes out to run him off. And then they stare him down, and it looks like we're gonna get a 6-man tag team match next week between the Golden Phantasma, Bronson Reed, and MSK. That should be good. So I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. All right, then we see William Regal, and he says, Nick, we need another contender. So he announces Kyle O'Reilly versus Pete fucking Dunne versus Johnny Gargano. The winner faces whoever the champion is at In Your House 2 on June the 13th. So my money's on Pete fucking Dunne. That's all I got to say about that. As much as I want Johnny to win, him against Killer Kross, best match. But Killer Kross and Pete, I think, a logical match at In Your House 2. So we'll see what happens with that next week. All right, then we get to the main event, the match of the night, Killer Kross, Finn Balor 2 for the NXT. Just an amazing fucking match. Way better than the This match was great. They're working over the legs. I mean, there was moments that freaking had him beat. Kross came back, locked Balor in the straitjacket, and Balor got to the ropes, and then he put him in, I think, like a sleeper hold or the straight. You know, and Kross is looking at Scarlett. Scarlett's like, you know, she thought it was over. But like we get near the end, and Balor had in a triangle. Cross is fading. He sets up. Picks up Balor with his arm. Powerbombs Balor. Balor gets right back up. He's all hype. Cross drops him with a clothesline. Then he hits the forearms to the back. Just starts beating the shit out of Finn, who looked like it was out. Then he locks in a straitjacket, and Balor's night, and Killer Cross retains. Great match. 4.25 out of 5 stars. Just an epic way to end the show. And obviously, Cross was going to retain. Because, like I said, Balor's probably is about to go up to the main roster. I mean, what else he's got to do? He's going to do an NXT at this point. But Cross retains, and he awaits either Johnny Gargano, Pete fucking Dunne, or Kyle O'Reilly at In Your House 2. And that's basically it. Afterwards, what happened? Afterwards, Cross the Scarlet pose over Balor, and that's it. So, great match, 4.25 out of 5 stars, and it looks like this was a swan song for Mr. Fiend Balor, and probably be on the main roster soon. Maybe by this Monday night. Who knows? But that's it. So, great NXT tonight. 7.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think of the show down below. Leave your comments and your questions and what you guys thought of the show tonight. And that's all I can say about it. So thank you for watching. Check out my stream, the video before this one, and share it with your friends. Continue to smash that like button to death. Haters, you know what to do. Continue to ride my dick and hit that dislike button because it equals views. So thank you for the views and thank you for the dislikes because you love me long time. That's all I can say about that. Continue to subscribe to my channels. Continue to follow me on social media. Share the videos all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that bell and turn on all my notifications so you never, ever miss an upload. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching the video. I'm Peter Gilmore. It's very late here in the Northeast. Almost 2:39 here a.m. in the Northeast. I got to get to bed. I got to get up early because the woman's coming back from her little assignment in Florida. She'll be back tomorrow. So my videos will be, back to normal. I'm not going to be here every day like I've been for the last 2 weeks. So, going to get back to a little bit of a normal schedule. I try to do videos as best I can. Not every day, but when I can, when I can get some privacy and get some time. But it is what it is. So thank you all for watching. As we know, no Dynamite tomorrow, which sucks. So that's that. So probably the next time you see me, maybe Friday night for Smackdown. And then this weekend, this Memorial Day weekend's coming up. That'd be great. I'm gonna try to get my AEW review up on Saturday, and maybe my predictions for Double or Nothing up on Saturday night, or maybe early Sunday before I go out for Memorial Day weekend. And then hopefully Sunday night I will do the review for Double or Nothing, and then Monday Night Raw on Memorial Day. And that'll be it. And that's it. So thank you for watching. Good night, everybody. And if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you when I see you. Sorry about the light. Peace, motherfuckers. I'm out.